What is up, party people? Hope all of you have had a great weekend. Been a while since I've been live on here. I just wanted to come hang out with you, beautiful insurance agents, on a Sunday night. So we'll see if anyone jumps on. I know it's pretty late. The channel is going to be taking some new directions. Talking about insurance is starting to get very, very boring for me. Starting to get very boring. Language and communication, on the other hand, though, that stuff is very interesting to me. How the brain works, how we communicate, how our nonverbal communication works. All of that stuff is very interesting to me to learn. As you can't tell by all the degrees, as one of my fat internet trolls likes to comment. So they're not degrees, they're just certificates. Tad James Company, they're a great company. I absolutely love what they do. And I'd say it's all pretty life-changing. Neurolinguistic programming, hypnosis, all of this stuff, just you start seeing the world completely different than how you do. And once you learn a secret, you can't unlearn it. So that's really what I like about it all. But the unconscious mastery, being able to control what you feel and think and do, I think it's the thing that most people will not ever come to terms with or ever understand or possess the ability to do for the most part in their life. It takes a lot of money, investment, shit like that, but it's totally worth it if you'd ask me. If I had to tell my 15, let's just go back, rewind the movie of my life 10 years. If I had to tell 15-year-old Mason, if I had to give him advice, I'd probably have to tell him just be careful of the decisions that you make. Because each one of those decisions that you purchase with time, it's going to come with rent. Everything in this life is rented. You have to pay rent to it all. That's probably what I tell him. He was too worried about girls and shit, though, and money. I'd say at the very old age of 25 years young, I've lived a lot of life, more than 99% of the people in the population in the world. I'm very grateful for that. Very thankful to God and the universe and myself, included in that, me, myself, and I, because it wouldn't have been possible. We're the dream team. But a lot of the videos going to be coming out soon are all going to start being focused on communication. Because here's the thing. If you're a great communicator, you'll be a great insurance agent. It's going to carry over. It's going to carry over. I'll teach you guys the communication skills and the body language and the hand movement and the tonality control. It's going to get you guys a lot farther in life than just teach you how to sell a policy for the quick buck. And I want to use that to protect 100 million Americans, 100 million families in America. That'd be awesome. To protect 100 million fucking people in the United States with life insurance. That'd be pretty cool. It's going to take some time to do. It's a very lofty goal, which is why I need a fuck ton of insurance agents, which is why I made you the most incredible free gift ever. You can go to runningbuddiesacademy.com/MIFGEOPT, Mifke Opt. Mifke stands for most incredible free gift ever. Give you almost $10,000 worth of stuff to become the best life insurance agent out there. And speaking about the best life insurance agents out there, let's go over some of the hidden taxes of being a successful person in general. Because a lot of people are going to tell you that you've changed. And you say, you know what? Yeah, I have. And you have not. because lower levels of neurology cannot understand higher complexities of thinking. They do not possess the energy. They don't know how to control it. They don't have the neurology. When we're talking about neurology, here's something that blew my fucking mind when I found out. We have 10 to the 11th possible neurological connections. How many fucking zero? Like, that number is astronomical. It's out of this world. It's that big. That's why we're all so different. It's why we all think different. It's why we all act different. Just another one of God's beautiful creations and his ultimate plans. So you're going to be misunderstood by a lot of people, especially as a man. There's going to be days where it's fucking hard and brutal. And there's going to be days where it's beautiful and powerful and it's fun and energetic. You're with your boys. You're out there peacocking. You're bragging. It's just boys being boys. You're going to have those days as well. But they're very rare. It kind of reminds me of like when I was a child. I'd always get off the school bus, hurry up, get my homework done, clean the room, whatever I needed to do. And we'd all go play basketball. Had a basketball goal. It was the nicest one in the neighborhood. Everyone else's was broke because we tear shit up out there. We're young boys, like I said. But little did we know that one of those games was going to be the last games that we ever played together. Just think about that. Go back to your childhood. Float back like above your timeline of your life. Rewind the movie. Go all the way back to when you were a kid, to a memory that you had like that. You were out with all your friends. Little did you guys know, one of those times is going to be the very last time that you guys ever got to spend with each other like that. Very sentimental memories. It's going to cost you a lot of relationships, really good friendships. People will betray you, and it's usually the people that you trust the most. I've got more respect and trust for most of my enemies because we have a similar interest. We have common goals, and at least they'll stab me in the chest. They'll give me signs that they're coming. Friends will stab you in the fucking back. It's usually the people who say, I love you, or you're my brother, that stuff. It's usually those people who snake you. So you have to be charismatic as a person to where you can avoid those types of relationships. Like, I don't get snaked because I don't roll around with a bunch of bitches. I'm not going to roll around with people I cannot trust with my life. Like if I was married, make believe world Mason Van Meter gets married. If I can't trust my friend to protect her when I'm not around or something, or like, let's say they had to share a bed. Not that would ever fucking happen, but he wouldn't even dare think about trying something. It wouldn't even come across his head, because I wouldn't do that to my boys. It's always a million small things. It's never one thing that gets you to where you want to go in life. I've done hundreds of videos on insurance around here, but overall, I know all of us are humans. We all have our own problems and issues. They go way past insurance. Most of your problems in insurance aren't even insurance related. They're childhood issues, traumas that you haven't dealt with. Your emotional intelligence is dog shit. It's all part of the learning experience. So I'm just going to talk to you guys as if you were like my son or someone I was trying to teach or coach or take underneath my wings. because I truly love you guys. This YouTube channel right here has given me the biggest blessing that I could ever hope for. It's a platform to honor God and to show the world what I'm truly capable of. I love proving to myself things are possible. I like doing impossible shit in my mind because that's where it all starts with. Everyone thought the 4-minute mile was impossible until Roger Bannister did it. And weeks later, hundreds of people started breaking the record. It's always a million small things just to close the loop. So you have to be charismatic as an insurance agent. You have to be charming. You have to be influential, have to get people to make a decision. And a lot of the things that are being taught right now with insurance are just completely dog shit backwards. They're completely dog shit backwards. Like, no hate on anybody's events or their lead programs or any of that stuff. But a lot of them just don't work anymore. A lot of the shit being taught today is from like Dale Carnegie, 1935. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? We're in 2023. Dale Carnegie shit doesn't work with today's world. We're bombarded with ads and marketing. We're constantly being sold to and solicited and bothered and cold DM'd and, hey, join this, or hey, I have a pyramid scheme. Hey, give me $2,000 to come to my event. Whatever. A lot of the stuff out there is just complete dog shit, but people buy into the market hype. Go look at any Facebook group with insurance agents and look at all the big industry thought leaders. Most people talk shit about them. Most people talk shit about them. People talk shit about me. But it's like the hate always comes from the bottom up, never the top down. I see a lot of people bitch about Cody Askins like events. Do I like them anymore? Absolutely not. I would never go to another one in my life. Unless I was asked to speak or something. But it's just not for me. I don't need motivation. I don't need to get really excited. I've never learned any tactical things from any of them. Like Prince Donnell, Arturo Johnson, or all these lead programs and courses. People join my coaching calls and they're fucking $15K in debt. And they can't afford to do anything else. I was like, well, you're going to have to get a job, homeboy. You've got fucking kids depending on you. This isn't going to be an overnight fix. Like, you fucked up. You didn't have any due diligence. You got gold dug, and it's your fault. If you have to be skeptical of everything. I want people to be skeptical of me. I want every person to do their own due diligence, do their own research, and see if I'm the best fit for what you need when it comes to insurance coaching or sales and marketing and all that shit. Because I'm not the best fit for everybody. I'll tell you the fucking truth. I'll give you something that's going to work based on you, your beliefs, your attitude, your model of the world. Because it's not a fucking cookie cutter approach. You can't just take thousands of insurance agents and give them all the same shit. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. You look at all these fucking IMOs. Look at how big like Symmetry has got since I've left. Look at how big fucking FFL is. You give thousands of agents the same scripts and recycled fucking leads that are being remarketed to after they're sold. Like, it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. No one's honest about anything. Now I just tell you guys the fucking truth, which no one else seems to want to do. No one else wants to call out bullshit. There's very few people that I trust in this industry. One being like Carson Porter. Very phenomenal guy. Very phenomenal guy. Who's another one? Joshua Youngs. Absolute fucking killer in Medicare. Nothing but love for that guy. Nothing but love for him. He's got a beautiful family. He works fucking hard. He takes care of them. Same as Carson. They work hard to enjoy the fruits of their fucking labors. They're great people, but it's so hard to fucking find people like that. Everyone else is only concerned with themselves. And that leaves a stench around them. Because once people realize that you're only in it for the fucking money and you just want to sell out your fucking bullshit events and programs, it leaves a stench. When I talk to these people in person, I know they're little bitches. I could pick them up with one fucking hand and crush their throat. They're little worms, pointless. And it leaves a stench. People smell it. People smell it. You guys aren't fucking stupid. You guys aren't stupid. You might need some fucking help every once in a while, but you're not idiots. You guys are just given the wrong information from the very fucking top down. That's fucking industry status quo. So I'll continue to divulge the truth about the insurance industry and how the world really fucking works. Because if you adopt my beliefs, there's no possible way you lose in life. You're a more loving and compassionate person, regardless of how much I cuss. I'm so fucking grateful for this life. Like, it means the world to me that I can get what I want when I want it. I can go where I want with who I want. Or I can just fucking lay down in bed with my dogs. They're my absolute best friends in life. The fact that I can afford to take a week off and go hang out with my best friend Jake. Like, it's a fucking blessing. It's a blessing to be a blessing. And only because I honor God. And I'm a force for good, and a force for truth, and a force for love. I think love will conquer all. And I think once you get to higher levels of complexity of thinking, you'll understand that winning with submission is way better than winning with domination. That'll go over most of your heads for right now. So I tell you to trust yourself. I truly tell you to trust yourself, because most of you already know what the fuck you need to do. But it's like this world and this social media matriarchy bullshit has taught us to abandon responsibility and honor and transparency and trust and loyalty. What happened to the good old handshake deal? These things were popular not even 20 years ago. Like, this is the world that I grew up in. Those are the ideas that got us here. What was wrong with them? Why does the world change so much in the last couple years? Because women want to be equal? Like, you're not. We're better at different things. Like, a 12-year-old boy I know could fuck every girl in the world up. Damn near. We're not equal. We're very, very different. We have very different roles. And it's like this whole thing with people's love and lust for money. Money is simply energy. That is it. That is it. You use it to get what you want. It's not something that you fucking hoard or hold on to forever for dear life and you cling on to it because you'll never make more of it. You use it to get more of it and get what you want. That's it. Like, these are so simple, but I wish people taught me this shit when I was young, because it's not fucking out there anywhere. Joe Biden's certainly not going to tell you, that fucking rambling idiot. But he's still our president. But is he really? If you want to know who runs the world, just go research BlackRock and Vanguard. They control the world. They control the fucking world. Not worried about what Joe Biden and his pedophile fucking son are doing. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But you do have to adapt to the realities of your own existence. You have to realize that we live in a world of not necessarily dualistic dichotomies, but we live in a world where two things can be true at the same exact time. I can be right and you can be right. So yeah, a lot more of this content is going to start being focused on communication, neurolinguistic programming, behavioral control, thought patterns, a lot more about influence and charisma. Because if you understand this stuff, especially the way that I do, like you'll never wonder where your next dollar is coming from. I could have someone rob me at gunpoint, take everything that I own, and I could have it all back in a fucking week. I could go do it again. Skills are like ideas are bulletproof. They can't be taken from you. The skills can't be taken from you. Unless you're really good at arm wrestling and something and someone chops off your arm. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Like most of you don't even realize how fucking lucky you were. You could have been in a car crash when you were 2 years old and lost both fucking limbs. Could have been a quadriplegic. You could have grew up eating fucking crowns or something, or licking windows, or hugging trees. But you didn't. At least I hope you didn't. A lot of you are so fucking lucky, and you're pissing your life away. You're pissing your life away. Worried about the opinions of others. They're living rent free in your head. You gotta fucking evict them. You gotta get them out. You have to control the intrusive thoughts. You have to make friends with the monsters underneath the bed. You have to realize that nature is both brutal and beautiful. Like I said, we live in a world of what's the best way I could put this? Like, I'll just make it simple. Two things can be true at the exact same time. It's the easiest way to say that. So focus on you, do things with honor and intention and integrity, and give it your fucking all. Cut out the video games, cut out the alcohol, cut off the winking off to the hub. I don't care what Mia Khalifa's on there fucking doing. Like, we've all got our life story. But at the end of it, how do you want yours to be shown? Like, how do you want to be remembered? There's two lives you can live. Like, there's two forms of rent you can pay. You can pay the rent of being a fucking nobody. You can go to your piss all job, work, come home, whack off, play games, and fuck off and die. You can live that life of obscurity. Or you can fucking struggle and you can shape yourself to be a formidable, honorable, and strong person. You can take life by the balls and make it whatever you want it to be. It's going to be a lot more rent to pay. With all the money and power and and all that shit comes just more problems and bigger problems. But you'll have the skills to manage them at least. Like, you're not going to sit around being worried about being fucking depressed. Like, I just can't fathom that word. I can't. I remember I was in a relationship with a girl who was 30 at the time. She had 2 kids. And after I finish this story, got to go to a different 30-year-old's house. I was playing. So, not really, but we were dating for a little over a year and a half. But it's like she drove me through the fucking walls. Like, I should have just identified as a woman, like fucking flicked her over or something. Should have identified as a woman. That's all I had to do to fight her because she was annoying. But I didn't understand female nature at the time when I was fucking 21 like I do today. Even though I've always been great with women, I understand them completely today. And they're the seasoning to life. But you have, like, I don't get disrespected by a woman anymore. But I was dating this girl. She had 2 kids. Me and her son shared the same birthday. She drove me through the fucking walls. Anytime we would argue, I'd get this like scratchy feeling in my throat, like I wanted to fucking puke. But I truly cared for the girl. I truly cared for her, and I showed it too much. That was one of the problems. is she knew that when she acted out, she got my attention. So for all you fellas out there who are married, anyone else is going to watch this, like, you have to be careful with how you reward them with attention. Because the moment they know they can do like disrespectful shit and get away with it and still get your attention, they'll resort to that. They'll resort to it. When they start blowing up your fucking phone, you're like, oh, babe, oh, what's wrong? Loser. Don't do that shit. You have to control your emotions around that. But I thought I was depressed at the time. I was like, no, I might have felt depressed, but I didn't walk outside and catch this make-believe disease called depression. Do you want me to or not? That's simple. But it's like, you don't have to worry about this shit when you fucking know how to control your emotions and learn communication and how your brain works and all this stuff. So that's what majority of all the videos coming out from now on will be about. I want to give you guys all the tools that I've had to pay a lot of fucking money for and a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally. Blood, sweat, and tears. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been invested into this thing up here. And it's all been worth it. And I want to give that all to you guys for free. Whatever you choose, like, the investment you have to make is your time. And when people come to my channel, they don't take fucking notes. Like, I'm giving you guys the keys to the castle. It's only a matter of time before my shit hits some algorithm and it fucking blows up. I absolutely know it. God wants to use all my problems that I've and adversities that I've faced as a platform to honor him and show you what a truly amazing God he is. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts what he's capable of. People will call it magic. I just think it's the love of God. I'm a very God-fearing man. But that's what you guys are going to start getting out of my channel. More communication stuff, because that's what makes the biggest difference. They are the secrets to life. They're the secrets to life. And when you guys look through the lens of the world that I do, I promise you, all these intrusive thoughts and all that shit, like, they get worse. Absolutely. With great power comes great responsibility, as Spider-Man's uncle said. But you learn to manage it. You're no longer a fucking nobody. Like I said, you can live two lives. You can live a life of fucking being a nobody and be obscure, and you'll never be remembered. No one will ever know your name. Or you can be something and leave something behind, because we don't truly die. If you know anything about energy, they should have taught you this in school. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It only changes forms. There's going to be some essence of your soul when your physical body just fucking deteriorates and gives up from a fucking heart attack from stress. But your soul is going to go on forever. And you want to make it the best soul possible. Let's put it simply. So you choose the life and the road that you want to take. You can be a nobody or you can be a somebody. But I know if you watch my stuff, you're going to be a somebody. And just in case no one has told you fucking lately, I'm extremely proud of you. And I love you. And I want what's best for you. I want you to want what's best for your fucking self. So, you all have my gratitude. I truly love you all. Hope this message helps somebody. Even one person write one more policy. You guys are all one policy away from completely changing your life. You're one family away. That's it. So, with that, I take my leave and I bid farewell, my friends. So, happy hustling party, people. I'll see you on the next one.